go. All right, so let's review what we learned yesterday. So you're looking at this problem. This should go fast, folks. It's the same concept. When we're working on the triangle proportionality theorem, we remember that all we have to do is cross it up, okay? We were looking at the triangle proportionality theorem, which means we think cross it up, okay? Now, what are you going to do with this problem? What are you going to do? You're going to do what? The thing, the cross it up thing, right? So how are you going to, it says you got to find RQ, which right there is your unknown. This is all we do. How are you going to set up your proportion? When we cross it up, however the triangle is sitting, is long. What's the clue, folks? What's the only reason we can do this? The parallel lines. If the lines are parallel, that's when we can draw the cross, and it's set up in a proportion already for you. 6x is equal to 84. When you divide both sides by 6, folks, what is 84 divided by 6? How about that? Facile or difficile? Facile. There is no catch to this. What are we looking for? We're looking for parallel lines. That's it. Cross it up, write your proportion. Because look, if I were to be crooked, if I had a crick in my neck, and I was seeing it this way, how am I seeing it? If I had a crook in my neck this way, and oh wait, I don't need to do that. But I did it this way, look what's still going to happen. It's still going to be the same thing. 6x is equal to 84. Hello, 14. It's still 14. I could turn it upside down and get the same thing. Doesn't matter. I could. What can you not do? You can't go across the diagonal. I can't go x to 6 and 7 to 12 or vice versa. I never want to go diagonal in this. Pardon me? We just go 12 over x is equal to 6 over 7. And then once you have your proportion set up, then you can cross multiply. But what I'm saying is when you set up your proportion, you never want to go 12 over 7 is equal to 6 over x. That's not going to give you the right answer. Yeah. Okay? Look at the next one. Do this one for me real fast. You have to find Jn. That piece right there. Do that. Correcting me. How do we do this? Is equal to? Shut the door. 20 over 16 is equal to 38 over... No. Look. You always have to cross the... Here it is. 20 over 16 is equal to 38 over x. Because your equal mark is here. Okay? And look. 20 over 16, 38 over x. Okay? Fix it. Don't have it wrong in your notes. 20x is equal to, folks, what's 16 times 38? Is that what you said? Divide both sides by 20, and it's 30.4. Daniel, is that what you got? How did you set it up? You did it 16 over x is equal to 20 over 38. And you get the same thing. Yes, absolutely. And that's fine. That's the beauty of this proportion. This makes more sense to you? Oh, that's okay. Do it like that. Okay? But this is showing you, this is proving to you there's more than one way to skin a cat. Okay? Say it again. Nope. Can't do it that way. If you go x over 16, then he better finish it how, y'all? If it's x over 16, it has to be 38 over 20. Yes, it has to be, or it'll be wrong. Pardon me? It is exactly perfect. It all goes back to that guide. And I could draw or write the guide. Okay? I'll show you one more that it could be. It could be this. And what Daniel just said, what if I were to use this, a little over big, as my guide? If I look at a side of the little triangle, I could say 16. What's the big side? 36, isn't it? Check this out. Look. Go to the other side. What's my little side? X. What's my big side? Be careful. X plus 38, 38 plus X. Remember, you're adding. So it could be this. And folks, if you were to if you were to solve that, you'd get the same answer. You'd still get 30.4. Okay, I would write that down. This one right here, I don't care. If you don't write this down, you have to write this down. But this right here would work. But the triangle proportionality theorem makes it easy for us. It splits it up into proportional parts. So we don't have to think little to big now. Yes, sir. And we're taking pieces of the little triangle to the corresponding piece of the big triangle. It is more complicated, but it still works. Okay, and we've had this discussion. I could go to Lawsonville, cut through, and go to my house in Spencer. More complicated and takes more gas, but the easiest thing for me to do is go straight down 58. Okay? That's the same concept. Look at the next one. The triangle angle bisector theorem. Folks, this is kind of, sort of, changing things a little. Where we were looking for what was the clue in the triangle proportionality theorem? What did we have to have? Write this down. In the triangle proportionality theorem, we were looking for parallel lines. It is. But in the triangle angle bisector theorem, it says an angle bisector of a triangle divides the opposite side two segments whose lengths are proportional to the lengths of the other two sides. Say what? We still cross it up, but we cross it up a little bit different. All right? I think. Let me cross it up and I'll tell you. Okay? You know, we would always draw a cross through the parallel line, right? Do you see an angle that has been bisected? How do you know there's an angle there that has been bisected? The little arcs, okay? These marks right here tell us that angle Q has been bisected into two congruent pieces, yes? All you need to do, draw your cross, the first part, through the angle bisector, the piece that is actually bisecting the ray, and then draw a cross. And then just what? Well, you might want to move it up here. Move it up here. Are you using pencil? It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. Just move it here. And now see, I would set it up this way. RS over RQ is equal to ST over who? TQ, QT, however you wanted to write that. Now, could you do it your way? Of course you can. RS over ST is equal to RQ over QT. Absolutely, you can do it that way. Okay? Different way to look at this. We're looking for the angle bisector. Check this out. Let's go. Keep moving. There it is. Beautiful. How are we going to use it? Where am I going to do? What am I looking for this time? The two angles that are congruent. Draw the cross and draw it up here now. How am I going to work this problem?
X minus 2 over 32.
Look at ya. Atta boy. Good job. Now what? Now solve it. It's just algebra. 40 times. Oh, this. Don't let this bite you. What property? Don't let this bite you, Chase. 40x minus who? 80 is equal to 32x plus 160. How you going to solve this? Dennis, how am I going to solve it? How are you going to solve it? That's all right. Tell me how to solve it. I can do that. Add 80 to both sides. That's going to give me 40x is equal to 32x plus 240. How you going to finish that problem? Subtract what? Subtract 32x. 32x, right. That gives us 8x is equal to 240. Now what, everybody? Divide by 8. X is equal to 30. What you think? Did it? Oh, let's go back. Did it bite me? Ah, why? Why are we not done, Lauren? I got to fill it in. I got to find PS. I found that my X is 30. So 30 minus 2 is what? 28. 30 plus 5 is? Am I done now? I am now. Thank you for calling me out on that. What do you think? Facile or difficile? Let's solve it. Here we go. 8 over who? Is equal to? Ooh. Ugh. Ooh. All right, let's check this out. Look, can we change it? Hold that thought, okay? Let's yeah, we can. It's all right, we can. Hold on. Can I write, hold on, 8 over 1 times y over 2. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. All I'm just cross multiplying is equal to 4.5 times y minus 2, right? Yeah. Now look what's getting ready to happen. Mathematically, if I write 8 over 1 times y over 2, what can I do here?
8 times y.
Won't 2 go into 2 one time? 2 go into 8 how many times? What's 4 times y? 4y. And then what do I have to do? Then I have to distribute. And I get 4.5y minus 9. Is that right? 4.5 times y is 4.5y. 4.5 times 2 is negative 9, right? And then minus 4.5, negative 0.5y equals negative 9. Is that right? Now what? Divide by negative 0.5. Nope. Should get 18. Because you're dividing by half. You're not dividing by 2. So it's, put it in your calculator. Negative 9 divided by negative 0.5 is positive 18. Promise. That's what I got. For y. I cross canceled. All right, now let me answer this for you guys. You could, because when you multiply fraction, all you do is multiply straight across, right? So I could have said 8 times y is 8y. 1 times 2 is 2. What's 8y divided by 2? 4y, right? Isn't it? Isn't 8 divided by 2 4? The conversations, hold up. I just cross-canceled. 2 goes into 2 1 time, 2 goes into 8 4 times. Instead of reducing at the end, I reduced within my problem. Yeah, you can totally do it this way. That's totally fine. We're still not done? So let's find the sides. Thank y'all for being conscientious. 18 minus 2 is 16. 18 divided by 2 is 9. Right on? Yeah? Amber, is this what you got? That's what you got, right? Okay. Jade, is that what you got? You cool? Any questions at all? Justin? Where the angle bisector is here, and then the base that it goes through. Okay? Look at another one. Where am I going to draw the line? Tell me, Justin. I'm going to draw it here and EG. There you go. Now, how are you going to set up that proportion? Somebody new, Dennis. Here we go. Set up my proportion for me. Good. Equals what? Stop talking. X plus 2 over who? Folks, cross multiply and find out what the answer is for this one. What do we get?
4.
12 times x is 12x. 8 times the quantity x plus 2 gives me 12x plus 8x plus 16. Am I right? All right, subtract 8. 4x is equal to 16. X is equal to 4. Do you guys agree with that? How many of you got 4? Hands up. High five. Now go back and got to plug it in. We've got 4 and 6. How many of you got 4 and 6? High five. Good, folks. Excellent. Do this one. 6, 7, 8. Do them all. 6, 7, and 8. Do those. Hey guys, did you cross this thing up this way? What allows me to be able to do that? The 2 congruent angles, okay? So I've got, how'd you set this up? Oh, is your neck crooked? 16 over 40 is equal to, that's all right, go ahead. That's all right. It still works, doesn't it? Okay, that's cool. I'm glad you set it up that way because look what's going to happen. We're still going to get the same answer, right? So we got 16 times 3y is 48y. 40 times that quantity, y plus 3. And now we're going to distribute 40y plus 120. Subtract 40y. You may not set it up this way, but folks, you ought to be seeing the same numbers. Divide by 8, and what do you get? Y is equal to 15? Is that what you got, Joseph? Yeah. Good. We done? Of course not. 3 times 15 is? 45. And then 15 plus 3 is? How many of you got all of that right? Rock on, high five. Good. Pardon me? Okay. Did you figure it out? Okay. Did you do the next one? Okay. Here's what I would do. Write the proportion, go back and solve it later. Okay? Let's look at the next one. Where am I going to draw my line? Right here. Okay, y'all better get ready. So, Michael, how'd you set this one up? Because we're all going to set them up differently, and that's fine. Yep. Good. All right, good. Here we go. 4 times the quantity x plus 3, 5 times the quantity x minus 1. Distribute. I get 4x plus 12 is equal to 5x minus 5. I'm going to subtract 4x because I don't like to have a negative variable. And then I add 5. Michael, did you get 17 for x? Pardon? Did y'all get 4x, 12, 5x, 5, 4, 17, yeah. 17 is x, and then 17 minus 1 is 16. 17 plus 3 is 20. How many of you had that correct? Rock on. All right, Chrissy, did I have my lines drawn correctly? How did you set this one up? 21 over 14 is equal to? What do y'all think about this? Pardon? First you had a quiz. You won't forget it.
Maybe even yeah, no. I want to take like 3 tests.
Is it minus 64?
Yeah.
Y'all like, done. We know we got it. Forget you, Miss Perry. What the crap? Because I just made that up. How about 56? Because you weren't paying attention? At least you're honest. 56. Sugar. And then we get 77 is equal to 7y. Bet y is 11. And then plug that back in there. 11, 22 minus 4 is 18, and 12. How many of you had that? Wait. One more time. Hands up if you got both of those. Okay. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to put this on a recording too. I promise, if it's a comma, it means single problems. But I mean on page 503, numbers 1 through 3. And on page 506, I mean problems 21 through 26. Because I don't want anybody to misconstrue what is up there and go, but I thought it was a comma. You know it's not. Do all the problems. You will have hyphen. You will have a quiz tomorrow. What we'll do is we'll go over all of this homework, and then you will have your quiz, and that will be the last grade you have. There will be no bell work tomorrow. So you come in here immediately, get your homework out, and let's go over it, okay? No dilly-dallying. Don't be tardy to this class. You got me? It very likely could. Absolutely it could. I don't know. What section is this? Section 7.3? Okay, 7.4. That's what we're looking at, folks. Quiz on this section right here tomorrow. And you better be here. And if you're not here to not take the quiz, then you'll just get an incomplete until you get everything made up. Get on this. Work on this. Don't waste your time.